Hi everyone, welcome to day number 22, 23, whatever, I don't really care, of Project 365. Obviously I'm fairly upset, so I'm not even going to bother explaining why, but I will go ahead and get into my topic of today, which will be why I'm an atheist. I'm not sure if anyone cares at this point. I really don't care. I'm a little flustered after today, but you know what, whatever. Doesn't matter, so I apologize for the crappiness in advance of what's going on in this video, but I know I will not want to record later, so I'd rather record now at the pinnacle of my frustrations and at least get some sort of angry rants out of my ideas. Okay, so, well, I'm an atheist. Quite frankly, I think the whole story is bullshit. I don't really care about being politically correct. I don't care about whether or not you're gonna agree or disagree. So, for those of you who would like to comment on why it isn't bullshit, feel free. It's probably the same story that I've heard 100 times before. Look, your Bible was written by men. Men who wanted to control people. There was no almighty being in the sky who said, hey, you know what, let me make the universe. Now, I'm not saying that the existence of the universe was random chance. There was stuff there, it collided. At some point there was going to be a huge explosion, hence the Big Bang. The singularity was just the collection of matter and energy and time and space. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, what about how did that singularity get there? Well, there's a few theories about that. For one, they're saying that the universe works in a cyclic fashion, so it expands to the point of complete and utter implosion, creates the singularity, then it cycles again. So, who's to say that this universe didn't exist before, and perhaps human beings existed before? Who the fuck knows? Okay, so, yes, I know, that leaves open the question, well, how did it all start? Science hasn't gotten to that part yet. And who's to say that there was a start? Maybe it just was. I know that's the same argument Christians often give, but again, I don't have the energy and will to want to go more in depth with that argument. Okay. Why else am I so extremely aggressive towards religions in general and why I'm an atheist? The fact that they breed hatred and discrimination. Honestly, I'm a person who argues and fights for human equality and rights, and the fact that religion so often pushes this as oppression is extremely sickening to me and only makes me hate it more. The fact that I'm amongst those who are discriminated against by religion only further adds to that effect. Normally I try to be as objective as possible, however, when I am having my rights systematically taken away and created to become a second-class citizen, I must stand up and say something, no matter how objective I wish to be. Thirdly, the story doesn't make sense. Within the Bible, within every Bible, there are hundreds upon hundreds of contradictions that no one has seemed to prove why it exists. Okay? So, until there is decent evidence as to why those contradictions exist, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. Number 4. This goes back to the whole non-believability thing. For those of you who have actually read your Bible, you know that quite a few people actually live to be 900 and even close to it, over 1,200. I'm sorry. If you believe in that shit, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Again, I apologize for the harshness of my words here, but again, you must remember this is coming from someone who is extremely frustrated right now and kind of depressed, but whatever. Normally I would try and be a little more courteous in my discourse, however, due to certain circumstances, I really shouldn't be making this video, but I am anyway because I know I will not want to make it later. So, where was I? I was probably talking about something to do... Oh, right, 900 years old. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you're a complete idiot if you believe that a man lived to be 900 years old, and the fact that there was a flood that wiped out the entire Earth, and all the other bullshit, really. Personally, I feel religion is a way to control people. Once you have a group of people sharing the same belief, you can create a leader, and that leader then has absolute control, especially if they claim to talk to one god, or if they claim specific rights by one god, i.e. the divine right of kings, back in England when the whole monarchy thing was popular. Religion is just a fabrication of the human mind to make ourselves seem a little bit more special than all the other animals. In reality, we are just another species living on this planet. We can just as easily become as extinct as they are, however, due to our expanded intelligence, although sometimes I wonder about that, and our ability to reason, we have been able to survive thus far. We, like all the other species, evolved into the shapes we are now, and we are constantly evolving through breeding and stuff like that. Now, unfortunately, due to inbreeding, we have bred in quite a few bad genes and have led to some horrific diseases, but whatever. I don't really want to go into that. That is a completely different thing, and I don't really want to talk about it. Yeah. So, essentially, religion is just our way of making ourselves feel special, because we don't want to realize that, hey, after we die, there's nothing. And for those of you who believe in heaven or hell, please explain to me why. I mean, I need a real explanation, not just because I believe in God. I don't need that, because until I have sufficient evidence of your God, I don't really care. And for those of you who are wondering what sufficient evidence is, quite frankly, it's going to take a lot. One idea that I saw someone talk about, which I felt was a good idea, was to have him or her show their absolute omnipotence and omnisciency. Omnisciency, I guess, is the word, whatever. But prove their absolute power and their absolute knowledge. How does one do this? Well, they can, obviously, if they're all-powerful, they can manifest themselves into a human body. Then make that body have the ability to survive all kinds of torture. Hell, make it be able to live with its head cut off for more than 2 seconds. Something that proves that it has something supernatural that exceeds our understanding of the natural today. That'll be a start. No dogmatic thing like a burning bush or some booming voice coming out of the sky would prove anything. Because, quite frankly, with today's technology, that can easily be done and fabricated. But, hey, who cares what I'm talking about? I'm just some kid talking to a camera non-stop. Well, question of the day, I don't know, mustard or ketchup? Whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I feel a little better. Bye.